เรามาถึงแล้วเร่งเวลาเปิดแผนที่แล้วกด F อ่ะรอทำไมต้องให้รอเนี่ยอาจารย์มาแล้วอาจารย์หายคัดซีนมาดูเป็นนักเรียนใหม่นะแบบยุค 2000น่ะแล้วเรียนทันสมัยเราเลยจานมาพร้อม
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus.
Expelliarmus.
The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Expelliarmus.
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the messages, but keep practicing.
Incendium!
Boom.
Levioso!
เราค้างเฉย
Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendium!
นี่เดี๋ยวไหนต่อนี้เควสฉันเรียนสมุนไพรเด็กสาจากฮูดูพบปันนาติขอไปเรียนก่อนได้ไหมไปเรียนก่อนขออนุญาตไปเรียนโอ้100 กว่าเมตร let's go กระตุกแยะเป็นไรวะเนี่ยเรามาถึงแล้ววิ่งล่างใช่ไหมจานผมมาแล้วโอ้นี่คือห้องเขาปลูกเหรอเดี๋ยวอย่างไรวะเดี๋ยวล็อกล่วงเฉยกระตุกด้วยอะไรวะเนี่ยจะได้นี่เดี๋ยวต้องดีเกมละเข้าเรียน
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
กาหลีจันเทียมเหรอ
Read these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
จ้าสวัสดีครับ
Hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
นักแมนดิก
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
ดึง
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil.
ใส่ลงไป กรีดดังซะ
The
ด้วย
soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work,
ว่า
everyone.
ทำไมมันตัวใหญ่กว่าเพื่อน
Now for our next task, we'll be planting Disney at our potting tables.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time
จาน
is
มีเล่น
now.
จะคุยด้วย
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
สนุกนะ
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
ปลูกทิ้งไว้
Let's see
แล้วค่อย
how
กลับ
to
มา
balance. Disney's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld
10
potion.
นาที
As you all should know from
น่าจะ
Professor
ลืม
Sharp's class, once it can
Jan,
be
ใจเย็น
harvested, your Disney will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
มันกัดแล้วเนี่ย10 นาที
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
ได้หมดไหนวะ
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
ตรงนี้เหรอ
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's
ไป
really
นู่น
good.
ใช่ไหม
But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Oh,
thank you
thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she...
Here we are. Home of
นี่
the Chinese
ตัดบท
chomping
ด้วยแล้ว
cabbage.
ดิเก็บเก็บเก็บ
Just toss the cabbage at it.
เก็บเก็บเก็บเก็บเก็บให้หมดนั่นไงนี่เหรอเป็นไรชาย
Look at that.
Oh.
They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in.
Accio.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
ได้เลย
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
น้องระเบิดไปแล้วมีหมดตรงนี้เลยอันนี้คืออะไรขโมยได้เหรออุ้ยนี่ข้างใน
Revelio.
กุญแจจากไหนวะนี่ เฮ้ยน่าสนใจเอ้า นายจะพาเราเดินอ้อมทำไมโอ้นั้นเดินทะลุประตูทั้งคู่
Reminder as to why we should always wear our
6 นาที
dragonhide gloves. I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
เก็บให้หมด
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
ยังอยู่จัน
And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical
บอก
plants
ไม่
have
สนใจ
so
นะ
much
จัน
to offer.
น้อยใจ
I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
ถ้าสวนก็จะดูแล
Well, I
เธอ
suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
ผมก็ชอบ 5 นาที
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damn.
อะไรวะ
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
เมจิกอีกแล้วไปเดี๋ยว
I
เชื่อ
do
เรื่อง
wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Revelio.
ไม่ได้ยินเสียง ไม่ได้ต่อเรียนวิชาปรุงยาไปปรุงยากันแล้วกันเดี๋ยวนัตตี้เดี๋ยวค่อยไปมันก็เดี๋ยวเรายืนรอไอ้นี่กันเราจะใช้ในการปรุงต้องมีผลผลิตเฮ้ยการมีเทคโนโลยีนาโนสำหรับ4 นาทีงั้นก็ตัด 2 1 let's go แจ๋วอ๋อแล้วก็เก็บอีกเหรอเก็บไปเรียนอันนี้เนี่ยระหว่างนั่งรอตั้งนานไปเรียนต่อดีกว่าโดดที่ประตูไปเลยใกล้ๆใกล้ๆใกล้ๆไม่จริงปะเนี่ยต้องปรุงยาเหมือนจะเคยไปแล้ว
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogwarts?
Professor Black would never allow it.
Revelio.
แล้วเวลิโอ
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As 5th years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all.
ไม่
Point
ใช่
for
ตัวประกัน
Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
จานดูเหนื่อยๆนะ
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
ต้องมาหมุ
Please
น
be
เมาส์ด้วย
meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze
Dạ,
could
nít
be
lên.
disastrous.
มีเฟรมตกเลยนี่ใส่หยดหนึ่งเฟรมตกอีกแล้วนี่ควรแล้วบอกหมุนเมาส์นี่สนุกเหมือนกันนะ
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
เสร็จแล้วจาน
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
ระดับผมของจริงอยู่แล้ว
Professor Sharp.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you had permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Okay.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper
เด็กซ
feathers
น
aren't
เนี่ย
that
เรา
valuable.
เด็กซน
Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Keep
Revelio.
stations organized.
บูฟูอยากเลี้ยงสัตว์อ่ะมีให้เลี้ยงใช่ไหม
A well-prepared witch or wizard always has a
Okay.
few potions on.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew.
ยื่นอะไรให้กัน
You
วะ
should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he
Should you chop the
มา
technique
ปรุง
or
ยา
crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrow.
ต่อขวดเลยเหรอ่ะโอ้โหขอแบบทีละเยอะๆได้ไหมยาเรามี4 ขวดเอเลดิกัสนี่ครึ่ง30 วิ 5 4 3น่ะเสร็จเรียบร้อยเป็นไงจาน
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd.
Revelio.
ก็ปรุงแล้วนี่
It's not supposed to.
get it.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question.
ข้างหลังเขาทำอะไรไว้
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
ต้องมาคุยกับมันก่อนเนาะ
My Wiggenweld potions.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply
Jan,
got most of
Mala.
what I need.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
รับทราบอาจารย์
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
โอเคเลิกเรียนไป
My robes are going
เวหลักเวหกเวเลยเหรอเว17แล้วว้าวโยนอันนี้ใส่เพื่อนจะเป็นตอนที่เราไม่มีสัตว์ให้ขี่มีไม้เลยไปไหนต่อน่าจะไปหาเบตตี้ป่ะหาเนตตี้ป่ะเนตตี้เธออยู่ไหนอยู่ไหนวะนั่นน่ะโนฟาสทาเวลจ้าวิ่งตีนี่แหละไป let's go ผมก็กว่าจะถึงก็ตัดโอเคเมื่อกี้ลืมกดอ่าน สุดยอดนัตตี้ถามโอเคบอกเราสัญญาว่าเราจะบอก
something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with the students. I overheard some of Rookwood's lads talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
ขอบใจนะนัทตี
Be on your guard.
Revelio.
โห
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
But Mummy,
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you
เกิดอะไร
repeatedly
ขึ้นวะ
not to stray.
Let's go กระตุกแล้วเนี่ยในแบบเฟรมเรทดับเมื่อกี้
They must have come this way. Think!
อะไร
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to.
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
เมื่อกี้อย่าล้อเล่น Stupefy มา
Incendio
โอ้ลูกน้องลูกวูดอย่างกลางไม่อีกอ่ะ
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
ใครวิ่งมาวะมาอ๋อ
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student off of my dead body.
แอคเคียวอิเซเลียไม่โดน
Protego.
Can't hold up. Boston in a rump. Aha! Back from
มาดิ มาสวนดึงกับตีร้อยขี่120เนี่ยเจ๋วปะล่ะ
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. It's so close to Hogwarts.
เงียบไม่รู้
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
วิจัยอะไร
You're a
นี่
researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
สุดยอดไปเลย
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin.
บททดสอบ
I
แห่งเมอร์ลิน
believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Mallowsweet
This
ไม่ต้องไปปลูก
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swirl.
Revelio.
Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
ใช้โปรยเฮ้ย
What? Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory.
Incendio.
Merlin's beard.
The flames make the pyre sing.
ของดีเห็นปะล่ะเรามันเก่งไง เป็นละครท้าทาย
Yes, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
สุดยอดผมเก่ง
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
ดีใจที่เจอ
Be careful out
ไปแล้ว
there.
จู้
Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Revelio.
กล่องตอนนี้คือนี่เหรออ๋อ
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
อ๋อโหลดอะไรวะ เข้าไม่ได้ขอปนปานแถวนี้กันแล้วกัน
So Nicholas, our house ghost, is looking for you. You can find him
ใช่
near
นิ
the
โค
Great
ลัส
Hall.
ผีประจำบ้านอ๋อต่อเต็มสีเขียวกากทิ้งไหมนี่เมื่อกี้เหมือนจะมีไอ้นี่ด้วยป่ะเดี๋ยวค่อยดูแล้วกันแค่ไม้นี่ยังหน้ากากว่ะนี่ได้กับไม้กระบี่อะไรเนี่ย
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
ไม่เอา
What do you have for sale?
อยากมาดูร้านขายของ
What can I help you with today?
มีน้ำยาขาย100ไม่เอาเงิน3,000เอง
I
ยัง
hope
ไม่
to
ซื้อ
see
เล
you
ย
again sometime.
โอเคมีเควสเสริมตรงนี้เดี๋ยวค่อยมานั่งแต่มีคนถามหาเราใช่ไหมอันนี้ห้องอาหารเหรอว้าวใครเรียกตัว
Revelio.
ไม่เห็นครับไปดีกว่า
You there? Yes, you. I wonder if you might come with me for a moment.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a
แกเล่น
moment?
อีกแล้วอย่าพึ่งแกเล่นอย่าพึ่งผีถามหา
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, at your service.
Nice to meet you, Sir Nicholas.
I know about the book you found and its missing pages. I may be able to help. Follow me, if you will. It's not too far.
ไม่ไกลจริงอ่ะ
Wait, how do you know about the book? And that it's missing pages?
Word gets around amongst the ghosts. You were spotted with Mr. Sallow in the restricted section. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
ทำไมลุงเดินลุงขาไม่ขยับเลยลุงเป็นผี
This may be a leap, but I believe I know who ended up with those pages. I'd be happy to take you to him, if you'd be so kind as to perform a small favor for me along the way.
ทำอะไรวะ
A small favor in exchange for getting those pages.
Yes, it's nothing really. I'd be grateful if you could simply go into the kitchen and procure a little rotten roast beef.
เป็นผีทำไมไม่รีบเดินแล้ว
I beg your pardon. Roast beef.
เนื้อย่าง
Rotten roast beef.
That is correct. rotten roast beef. If one floats through it just right, one can almost taste it.
Ugh. I suppose I can do that. But why me?
It's simple, my young friend. My ghostly form cannot carry it.
เป็นผีถือไม่ได้โอ้
Now, if you'd be so kind as to collect the roast beef, I shall explain everything else in due course. Here we
Revelio.
are. Tickle the pear and head on in.
Did you say tickle the pear?
Yes, in the painting. I'll wait right here. Do try not to get away with the house elves.
แป๊บนึงขอ
I'm
เก็บดีกว่า
already imagining the sweet aroma of rotten.
นี่บ้าน Upper Farm จักรจี้ลูกแพรแล้วกดค้างแล้วจิบนี่
Revelio.
Student in the kitchen. What could they want? Found themselves a bit peckish, likely. You know how hungry grows.
ตัวใครจะหิวดาปี้เอาอาหารเฮ้ย
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
วิ่งชนอะไรแต่งๆยับไปหมดเลย
Hello. Can you point me in the direction of the rubbish?
Towards the other end of the kitchen. If it's not taken out yet, just follow your nose. You'll find it soon enough.
โอเค
Revelio.
มีเสียงติ้งนี่อยู่ซ้ายนี่เป็นมีกล่องด้วยเป๋าเต็มอีกแล้วไม่ได้ไปขายอะไรทันทีเลยย่อยๆไปกันนะของดีกว่าแต่ใส่แว่นสุดยอดปะล่ะไม่ทิ้งไปก็ถอดหัวได้อะไรมาบ้างกระบี่สีเทาด้ามจับก็ทีนะแต่ไม่ใส่ได้ชุดแบบนักเรียนอีกแล้ว
Ugh, there's a disgusting smell. I must be getting close.
นี่อะอาหารเน่าเสีย
Oh, a student? What a treat! What can Finky get for you? A pumpkin pasty? Perhaps some Welsh rabbit?
Sounds lovely, but what I really need is this rotten roast beef.
Nick sent you, didn't he? Please help yourself. Finky supposes Nick's tired of loitering about simply to experience the faintest memory of the taste of food.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you for the beef.
Happy to help, and to meet you as well. Please give Nick Finky's regards.
อันนี้คือได้มาแล้วเหรออันนี้
Who knew all of this was going on right beneath our feet?
ทุกอย่างจะขึ้นไปในพริบตาเลยนะผมทราบกันไวจังวะ
Revelio.
ล็อกระดับหนึ่งเราขอดูรายละเอียดดิช็อปไปดีกว่านิกมาแล้ว
You're back. No trouble, I take it?
Not at all. Finky sends her regards, along with the rotten roast beef.
Glad to hear it. Kind Alpha Finky. Now, let's get that beef to Sir Patrick Delaney Podmore, and you'll be one step closer to finding those pages.
This is all rather cryptic, Sir Nicholas. What's going on?
Terribly sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sir Patrick organizes the Headless Hunt, a group of headless ghosts who gather for various, headless activities.
Headless activities?
Yes, you'll see. Anyway, I don't know how, but a member of that hunt, Richard Jackdaw, had the pages when he was alive. My plan is to take the rotten roast beef to Sir Patrick so that he'll allow me, us, to engage with the hunt and speak to Jackdaw. Shall we?
Yeah.
Very well. I'd like to meet Sir Patrick myself and see this headless hunt.
Ah, wonderful. You won't regret it.
ตัดวาร์ปอีกแล้ววาร์ปนี่ต้องตัดคลิปไว้ในวาร์ปนะวาร์ปมันค้างเลยนะ
Do stay behind me. It's Sir Patrick we want.
Oi, Nesta, look who's here.
What have we told you, nearly headless Nick?
Hello, Sir Ramsay. Do let us pass. We've brought a little something for Sir Patrick.
Probably come to try to beg his way in again.
เขารวมก
Do
ลุ่ม
they always talk to you like that?
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win him over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
Rest assured, you'll have your information from young Jackdaw in no time. Wherever he may be.
พอหาเจอว่าไม่น่าเจอแน่เลย
What I'd give for a flagon of mead or a nice leg of lamb right about now, then this party would be complete.
How about the next best thing, Sir Patrick?
Ah, Sir Nicholas. And a student. Who let you in?
We brought you a gift.
ขวัญมาให้ครับ
This is all very suspicious. What do you really want? As if I need to ask.
It's Richard Jackdaw. Where can we find him? May we speak to him?
Jackdaw, eh? Why, here he is now. What a shame. Without his head. I bet you've always wondered what that's like, eh, Nick?
Sir, you jest.
It's bound to be around here somewhere. Probably being used in a game. If you find it, I give you my permission to speak with him, my young mortal. It's the least I can do for you for bringing this putrescent gift home.
Sir, there's another matter I wish to discuss with you, if I may.
Tut, Sir Nicholas. How many times do I have to tell you? Our entry requirements are quite clear.
But, sir,
we aren't the headless except for a little bit of tendon hunt, after all. Now, please, follow me, and I shall help you find your way out.
Farewell, my young friend. Perhaps your luck with these chaps will be better than mine.
แค่เนี้ยไม่ไหวแค่นี้
If the headsman could only see me now.
อุ้ยป่าจะไปเทียน
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
ต้องใช้ไอ้นี่ปะLumos
Lumos
โยนหัวกันเล่นสวัสดีครับ
Revelio.
Who will be next to play our little game of hide and seek amongst the pumpkins?
Hello again. Can you help me?
Ah, Sir Nicholas's young friend. Has he abandoned you?
Not at all. I need to speak to Richard Jackdaw. Sir Patrick said his head might be around here somewhere.
Indeed it might be. It is a bit unorthodox to include a mortal, but if you do wish to speak with him, oh, why not? You can speak with Jackdaw if you can find his head amongst these pumpkins. Not just once, but 5 times. Good old Dumfrey will move the head to a different spot each time you find it. Those are the rules. What say you?
Okay.
If that's what I need to do to speak to Jackdaw, I'll
ก็ใส่ถุงมือด้วยเหรอ
Marvelous! Of course, a mortal holding a
จะ
wand
ใส่ถุงมือ
has
ด้วย
an
เหรอเนี่ย
advantage over us ghosts. You can simply blast away to your heart's content. Remember, the game's not over until you find him 5 times. Begin! Cast away until you find
I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
Discovered already? Looks like we need to find another pumpkin to hide in, eh, Jackdaw?
Whatever you say, Dumfrey. This is not my finest moment.
Revelio.
Make this look easier than it's supposed to be.
หัวไหนนะหัวนี้จะใส่นะ
Accio.
กดผิดแค่เกี่ยว
It won't
Revelio.
You'll find him.
มันมีหัวหนึ่งดิ้นอยู่ตรงนั้น
I've never seen it played like this.
Here we go again.
Revelio.
I could do that too if I had a wand. Yes.
Incendio.
I'm glad I won't be the one to clean up.
แล้วทำไมเมื่อกี้ทำอะไรไม่ได้วะ
Revelio.
Oh, what fun! A student is playing.
ตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ด
Well done! Of course, having a wand served you well. Still, I believe congratulations are in order.
ใช่ต้องมายินดีด้วยแล้ว
For a mortal. Now, say what you need to say to old Jackdaw here, You've earned it.
Nicely done. But what's going on? You're not a member of the Headless Hunt.
No, I'm not. Sir Nicholas said you might know the location of some pages I'm looking for.
Merlin's beard. I know precisely the ones you mean. I pinched them from Peeves. How could I forget? The map on those pages led me to my demise. I was not ready for what awaited me in that cave. The pages are likely still mouldering away with my, remains. Quite a final adventure, I must confess.
The pages are why you lost your head, and I must visit a cave and search for your corpse.
Yes. You'd think a decapitated ghost would get used to the word corpse. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to go?
I need those pages, so I suppose I'd better meet you. Thank you.
Not to worry. I'll just need to be reunited with my body first. But Dumfrey can handle that. See you at the forest's edge.
เจอกันริมป่าแต่ตอนนี้เลยไหมอยากได้นี่แล้ว
My mortal life was never this entertaining.
เลือด18แล้ววะแต่ตอนนี้เลยไหมอ่ะ
Can't imagine how I felt as a boy.
ที่ไหนวะเนี่ยฮอกมีดเหรอเป็นปะ
Revelio.
ไปพบกับริชาร์ดแจ็คดอที่ป่าท้องห้ามน่าจะฮอกมีดแหละใช่ไหมเนี่ย เหมือนจะใช่นะแล้วทำไมจะไม่ได้เหรียญในนี้ทีอะกดผิดต้องไปตามหาหนังสือก่อนแล้วมั้ง Let's go จากนี้ก็เดินทาง